Nullification is most effective when approached with a combination of strategies. As we learned from both Patrick Henry and John Dickinson, resolutions affirming specific principles can be an important starting point. And as we discussed in more detail last season, this was the same approach Thomas Jefferson and James Madison took with the Kentucky and Virginia resolutions of 1798. They were intended as a first step. Whatever the first step may be, a winning strategy needs more than one step. It requires approaching the issue from various directions. We've seen this employed effectively against everything from the Stamp Act in 1765 to alcohol and marijuana prohibition in modern times. From this experience, we can use four main principles to build an effective strategy against federal programs today. 1. Education. Non-binding resolutions bring the issue to the forefront of the public discussion and can set a principled foundation for further action. John Dickinson called on colonial assemblies to do this in support of New York against the Townshend Acts. The Stamp Act Congress took the same approach. Patrick Henry's Virginia Resolves did the same, but also included a strong call to action by the people. And the resolutions of 1798 were considered a starting point by Thomas Jefferson and James Madison. 2. Individual action and resistance. As we've learned from the Real ID Act of 2005, even the strongest resolutions and state laws don't stand much of a chance if the general public simply complies with a federal act. However, official actions from state or local governments can move widespread individual resistance into the winning column. 3. Official noncompliance. While not widespread, a refusal to enforce the Stamp Act by various government agents helped bolster efforts already happening in the general public. The same thing has happened in modern times, with cities and states standing down on both alcohol and marijuana prohibition, creating a climate where a full federal repeal becomes inevitable. 4. Jury nullification. Arrest sometimes goes hand in hand with resistance. A full-spectrum nullification strategy accepts this, deals with it, and uses jury nullification to minimize the harm done. Fully informed juries are the last line of defense and can set people free even after arrest. In recent years, more than 24 states have passed non-binding resolutions rejecting federal overreach. In most situations, it's time to move forward to more direct action. As we covered last season, Thomas Jefferson advised pushing as far as events will render prudent. Next, stay tuned for part 2 of this series, where we'll share with you just how to put this strategy into practice today.